We all know how Spider-Man wasn't received very well. But here's their second chance at the Marvel cards. Let's take a look at today's first look at Marvel's superheroes. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter and Steven. Say what up, Steven.
What up, Steven?
We are back doing another video. This time, we are taking a look at a set that doesn't come out for half of a year.
Why? I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen spoilers this early before. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we're pretty early because this is a first look at Marvel's superheroes. Nothing to do with Spider-Man, I guess. But this is the set that comes after Lorwyn. But there's still a set that comes after Lorwyn, which is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then this is the set that comes after that one. So here we are.
Here we are.
Here
I'm
we
surprised they didn't spoil at least one Spider-Man card. That was good. Just to throw something in and be like, sorry about that.
I will say, though, this one was originally planned as a full set, and they didn't just fluff it up. So hopefully we get some good cards. So I don't want to keep everybody waiting. Just hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, because like 80% of you aren't subscribed, which is crazy. Hit that subscribe
That is
button.
crazy.
But yeah, Steven, let's go ahead and talk about this first card with this cool comic book art. It's Captain America. That's right, Captain America. In case you are trying to find out how much it costs, it's in the top right. It is 1 and 2 white. And then on the bottom right, it's a 3/2. It is a legendary creature human soldier hero. It's got first strike. It says Captain America enters with a shield counter on him. And as long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. I know it's hard to read, but I do, as a comic book fan, love the fact that they're reusing this original art. I mean, look at that. Jack Kirby and John Romita Sr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for the art for sure. Art's great.
How about the card?
It's listen, man, it's a card.
I will say, absolutely flavor win. I love the fact that shield counters work with Captain America. Like, it's the shield. If he has a shield counter on him, he doesn't die. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I got all the Marvel cards when they came through the Secret Lair, and I don't know, man. The other Captain America is so good.
That's true. I do like the other Captain America. And this probably won't be the only Captain America we will see in this set. But yeah, this is the first card they teased from today. I think we could go ahead and move on. Once again, flavor win. I absolutely love the shield counter. And when he loses the shield counter, he can die. So,
I mean, I will say, like, it is pretty cool because obviously you can proliferate those shield counters and then just kind of go ham. I mean, it is pretty insane to give all your other stuff hexproof. I think that's awesome.
specifically heroes. But yeah,
But I mean, if you're building this, you're building heroes.
you're not wrong. Moving on to the next card we'll talk about from this first look, we have the Sentry, Golden Guardian. It's 3 and a white for a 5/5 legendary creature human hero. It's got flying, it's got vigilance, and indestructible. And it says when the Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able. So for 4 mana, you're putting 10 power, that's flying and indestructible, onto the board.
Not. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna say you're putting 5 on the board because you're giving this to somebody else. Granted, yes, it is 10, but man, that's such an interesting mechanic.
Right? You're giving someone something pretty good.
Yeah.
At least they're not able to, like, it has to attack. So if you stayed up on blocks with the Sentry, couldn't attack you because you'll just block that and they'll bounce off each other and then you can swing back. I do love that this has vigilance. So you will always be protecting from that 5/5 you gave to your opponent.
Yeah, just don't give it to a guy that plays 1/1 counters. You'll be fine.
I mean, yes, I guess. It's just yeah, I think it's cool. I think I know Rachel Weeks was on the stream today for Weekly MTG. She had mentioned, like, it's a very interesting state when it comes to EDH, when you are just basically, I had mentioned that 10 power. You're putting 10 power on the board that now your other two opponents have to be kind of nervous about because they
Hmm.
are flying indestructible and they could be coming at them. But yeah, it's an okay card. Will I ever play it? Probably not. But here it is.
Yeah, I think a funny thing to do with this is just like cast this blanket and then make sure your other two opponents also have one, and then just it's like a Mexican standoff.
Perfect. Moving on to the next card. It's Baron Helmut Zemo. It is 3 black mana for a 3/3 legendary creature, human noble villain. It says whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, Baron Helmut Zemo connives. It also has Boast. That means exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy those exiled cards. You may cast up to 3 of the copies without paying their mana costs. This
Immediate kill on sight.
this is a insane card. We have Devotion, straight up back in Magic. Granted, it doesn't say the word Devotion, but that 15 black mana pip specific. Yeah, count me in.
This is nuts.
This is nuts. We've seen there are some cards in here that I'm like, okay, power level is being pushed again, and this is one of those cards because having the ability to go ahead and just cast 3 copies without paying any mana, okay.
I this is I just feel like this is such an easy setup card. Like this hits the field, just kill it, and then don't worry about anything.
Yeah, because in mono black, you are completely just filling up your graveyard as much as you can. It is so easy to get that 15 black mana cost symbols in the grave very quickly. You drop this down, you attack. Yeah, it's
I mean, I saw it, you know, online, and I'm sure everyone else kind of had the same thought when they saw this card, just like Gray Merchant of Asphodel, Breach the Multiverse, Rise of the Dark Realms. like
there you go.
like you, it's like, how do you not win in the one swing you do with this?
Yeah, easy. Duh. I don't know. I think it's pretty wild. I do find it interesting that you copy every single exiled card, but you can only cast 3 of them. I don't see the point of that, but here we are.
Because otherwise it'd just be insane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're exiling them though, so but you're copying all of them, but you can only cast 3 of them. I don't understand that, but hey,
Yeah.
whatever. It's the wording on the text. Moving on, we've got Namor the Sub-Mariner. It's 1 and 2 blue for a star 4 legendary creature, mutant merfolk villain. It's got flying and it says Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens. Who would have thought, Steven? Merfolk is lore in Marvel.
It is now.
It is now. But
Listen,
once again, Devotion here. Really, really good for Merfolk decks. I know you had mentioned to us in our private group chat, Hackball got a new toy.
a couple for sure.
Yeah. I'm here for this card. Merfolk are a very strong creature kindred type and only gets more powerful when you throw in some Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
I like this one. Let's move on to the next card we're talking about. It's Doctor Doom. It's the big baddie himself. 4 and 2 black for a 3/3 legendary creature human scientist villain. It says when Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan. We will get to plans in a moment. Doctor Doom has indestructible. And at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life. So for 6 mana, you get 9 power on board. Not terrible.
Yeah.
Automatically has indestructible because you are making a villain artifact. So that counts. That clause as an artifact creature. And then it gives you card draw, which is nice. On end step. So it does do the thing right when it drops, Steven. You like that?
Man, I just like I enjoy it, and I know that obviously I have to see more when it comes to this set, but like, ooh, buddy, 6 mana. I think this will be a standard bomb.
Uh, you're not wrong. This is definitely one of those, hey, we're reanimating this because there isn't like clause that it has to be cast. And even if there was, we have Superior Spider-Man in standard right now, which would automatically make that better. But yeah, this is a 6 mana 3/3/3s. This one has indestructible with
Yeah,
upside.
it's really good. And I hate saying it because like I never play standard, but like if I pull this at my pre-release, I'm winning.
Yeah, limited definitely. Limited seems pretty good. But speaking of plans, Steven, let's talk about what a plan is. We did get one, which, interestingly enough, it's Doom Reigns Supreme. It is 1 black for an enchantment plan. Whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. And then when the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, you sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among them of the exiled cards without paying their mana costs. Once again, just seeing free spells, never bad. And yeah, if you cast Doctor Doom, you're hitting that for 3 immediately because you make the 2 Doom villain Doom bots. So
I mean, yeah, I feel like this is not going to be hard to pull off whatsoever.
no, I don't think so.
And it comes down super early too. This is pretty crazy.
I think it's very good. However, the safety valve there is when the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, you have to sacrifice it. So you can't just continue to chain. For each villain you drop, opponent loses a life.
Yeah, I mean, listen, so this is like 2 mana, opponents are going to lose 5, you're going to gain 5. But at the same time, it still is pretty good. I mean, you could technically whiff because I mean, if you by some act of a higher power above, you get 5 lands.
Yeah.
You're a little upset, but you know,
Yeah. I this I really could talk about Spider-Man real quick because there are a bunch of villains in Spider-Man 2. It's gonna be really interesting, a standard environment that has a bunch of Marvel characters running around, huh?
I mean, so here's the thing that's crazy about it, right? So I am curious if they have the IP rights for this, and these are going to be the cards in standard because the other ones, like, they're all different names, and I mean, I understand they still have the villain type, but it's just kind of like it'll look weird,
You're talking
you
about
know?
Arena. Yeah. On Arena,
Yeah, on Arena, sorry.
yeah. Because you could play these in a standard event, obviously. But on
Yeah,
Arena, they're probably gonna do the same thing because digital cards are probably owned by Marvel Snap, and that's a different kind of lane or avenue that you have to go down and get more IP rights to. And,
I just like it is a wild thing to think that they made this entire set, and this is a bigger set than Spider-Man, right?
mhm.
So now they have to make all those cards all over again with different arts. Like that to me is insane that they're going through all that. So I mean, props to Wizards for having to deal with it, but I mean, dude, that's crazy.
Well, you look at it like this: it's gonna bring us in a lot of money. Why not pay some extra artists? I'm here
I
for it.
mean, could just make more Final Fantasy.
Don't give them any hints because we're back into Hobbiton soon with the Hobbit. So we'll
I'm
see.
pumped.
We'll see. Who knows? Maybe next week we'll get spoilers for that. But let's move on to the next
8
card.
months ahead of time.
We've got Quicksilver, Brash Blur. 1 red mana for a 1/1 legendary creature mutant hero. It says if Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. It's got haste. It has a power up. For 4 in a red, you put a +1/+1 counter and a double strike counter on Quicksilver. You activate each power up ability only once, and you reduce the cost by its mana cost if he entered this turn. This card is wild. I can't tell if it's good or bad. The good, obviously, starting a game with just not paying mana for a card onto the field, really good. The downside, it's still just a 1/1. So,
Yeah, I mean, this is Shane got me into Marvel Snap. I don't play it anymore. I played it for like a week and then put it to the side because obviously Magic is my one true love. But I think there's a Quicksilver in Marvel Snap, and it's like if you have it in your opening, whatever it's called in that game, it's on the field. So I mean that this is flavor win for sure.
yeah, it's interesting. My question is, I guess not, because I'm wondering about the power up ability, right? So it says reduce the cost by his mana cost if he entered this turn. So at most, it can only be 4 mana if you can afford it, or at least, because it's only 1 mana. It's only gonna reduce it by 1, so it will be 4 total mana. So in reality, if you get this late game on turn 5, then you can give it a counter and double strike. If not, it doesn't do anything until you have 5 mana. So I don't know if that's good.
I don't know. I'm just imagining that all the mono red players on Arena are salivating right now.
I mean, when I first saw it, don't get me wrong, I was like, whoa, this is like a ley line on a creature. That's crazy. But it's a 1/1. I don't know.
So is the power up essentially just exhaust?
It
Is
is
that just a fancy way to
exhaust
say
with
exhaust?
more steps, Stephen.
Yeah, way more.
But yeah, it's exhaust. But let's move on to the next card. It is Super-Skrull. 1 and 3 black for a 4/5 legendary creature, Skrull shapeshifter villain. It's got flying and it has an ability for 2 and a white. You can create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with defender. 3 and a green, Super-Skrull gets +4/+4 until end of turn. 4 and a red, Super-Skrull deals 4 damage to target creature. Or 5 and a blue, target player draws 4 cards. Did you like
They
the
were like,
number
how
4?
bad can we make Kenrith?
If you notice, there's a lot of 4s on this because, wow, Fantastic Four. Who would have thought? Cost 4, it's
Uh,
a 4/5. It's a 0/4 wall, +4/+4, 4 damage, 4 cards.
yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
Tis a card, man. Just kind of reminds me of Kenrith when I saw it, but like way worse. Like way worse. I mean, it's cool. I'm sure somebody out there will build it, and props to you. I just never a day in my life.
Hey, it's a 5-color commander that has abilities that you can pay into multiple times. That's always
Yep.
pretty solid. So, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. But it is 3
Okay.
black pips to get out.
I already moved on to the next card.
Next up, we've got Thunderbolts Conspiracy. It is 3 and a black for an enchantment that has flash that says whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. That creature is a hero in addition to his other types. It's cute.
Man, this card pissed me off when I first saw it
Why?
because I wish it said whenever a creature you control dies, because like I wanted to throw this into my Azula deck so bad.
That would be too broken, right? Just a enchantment that can flash in and says, "Oh, when my stuff die, it just magically comes back." I think it had to have that stipulation of a villain specific. So,
Yeah, I mean it's really good. I mean obviously if you're building a villain deck, this is automatic include for sure.
yeah. And we're at that point now where, hey, oops, all villains, Marvel edition.
Yeah, it was a little concerning like when Spider-Man came out because like it had so many cards that cared about villains, and I think we were all just like we're gonna have to wait at the time like what a year for all the Marvel stuff to come out, but here we are seeing all the cool things we might be able to do.
Yeah, I think Marvel just came out 3 months ago, so we're here. Or Spider-Man came
Yeah.
out 3 months ago. All right, let's move on. We've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. 1 a green and a blue for a 2/2 legendary creature human dinosaur hero. Says whenever you draw your second card each turn until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaurs base power and toughness become a 6/6 and they gain trample. And whenever an artifact you control enters, you draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's a pretty good effect.
Yeah.
I am super here for this card. 3 mana. You're in the right color combination of probably playing with some artifacts. If a treasure comes in, you draw a card. Okay, count me in. Which in
Listen,
turn draws your second card, which makes this a 6/6 with trample.
listen.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play this in my Pantlaza deck, so it's not good.
The blue pip does hurt this card as a dinosaur lover myself because it is not in the Naya pile, but I still think it as a card it's pretty solid.
Would you throw this question
Hmm.
in Aloy?
Aloy, very interesting question because I built that deck completely around artifacts. It does kind of fit well. It is extra card draw, so this is a big old maybe for me.
Yeah.
I try to keep it mainly to artifact creatures though, because that's what Aloy cares about. But it is a good
Yeah.
card. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. We've got a very cool artistic style. I love these absolute sagas. They're so cool looking. This is the Coming of Galactus. It's a 2 black and 1 green for an enchantment saga. Its first lore counter says destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its second and third lore counter both say the same thing, which is each opponent loses 2 life. And the fourth and final lore counter says create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 black elder alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. That
Yeah.
is mean.
Yeah. I mean, so when I saw this for the first time, I was like, is that like Binding of the Old Gods? And then I read it and I was like, I would much rather play this than Binding of the Old Gods. And then I read the last chapter and I was like, I would definitely play this over Binding of the Old Gods.
Yeah, if you can get it to the fourth and final lore counter there, oh boy, you're gonna be doing some mean things. Any kind of like double trigger
Mm-hmm.
abilities or anything like that with this is just like you're destroying everybody's land. Flavor win because Galactus destroys planets. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and this in like an enchantment deck. I just pulled a Terra from Final Fantasy, the enchantment one, and buddy, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of made me want to build it. This is so fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is really really cool. I'm here for this one. Moving on to another saga. This one's pretty cool too. This is World War Hulk. 3 and 2 green for an enchantment saga. Its first lore counter. The says the next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. The second lore counter says put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. And the third and final lore counter, choose target creature you control until end of turn, double its power and toughness, and it gains trample. Okay, this is an insane card, Steven.
I already pre-ordered it for you, Rennie.
This is okay in standard. In this current standard meta, okay? We have not rotated anything. We're not rotating anything for a long time. We have Progenitus in standard at the moment, which counts as that clause because it is red and green as its color pips as well. So on turn 1, you play Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, you play the Badgermole Cub. Turn 3, you play this and drop a Progenitus.
Yeah, it's casual.
Turn 3, Progenitus. No big deal.
Yeah, casual. It's fine.
Protection from everything, in case you don't remember what that card said.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. This. Why did this need to be printed?
Because it's World War Hulk.
I
Come
mean,
on.
I understand what it says, but like that first lore counter, could you have not put that on like 2, maybe even 3? Like I think that's the most powerful effect on the card, and it's coming in first.
Yeah, nobody cares about the other two.
I
Like,
mean,
honest to God. Like, I mean, they're good chapters for sure, but like, oh, I rather like you're paying 5 mana. Like this, I would throw in anything with a huge commander that runs green. Like, I don't even care. I'm forcing this into every deck. Like, could you imagine this with the Dragon?
yeah, this is
Like, it doesn't even say like, cast from your hand.
yeah.
This was like
Cast it.
built perfectly for commander.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God. Like, sure, whatever standard can have their fun, but like this is, oh buddy. I like literally I'm gonna order so many of these copies.
Legitimately, this is a card that you can throw into any commander deck that is over 5 mana. Like you're dropping this, and because those are usually really powerful commanders. People are going to be looking at your deck going, okay, I still got time before he's able to cast it. World War Hulk, it's free.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Yeah, this is a nuts card. I
Hey, we haven't said it in a while.
good card,
Good
good.
card, good.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the next card. We've got a double-faced card, Steven. It is Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk. They're doing it very similar to the way Spider-Man did it, which means you can cast either side for their mana cost, which is pretty sweet. But if you cast the Bruce Banner side, it is 1 blue mana for a 1/1 legendary creature human scientist hero. Has an ability for XX. You can tap it to draw X cards, activate only as a sorcery, or you can pay 2 red, 2 green to transform Bruce Banner, activate only as a sorcery, or if you wanted and you had the mana, you can just cast the other side. Like I said, the Incredible Hulk. It is an 8/8 legendary creature, Gamma Berserker hero. It's got reach, it's got trample, it's got enrage. In case you don't remember that keyword, whenever the Incredible Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him. And there is an additional combat phase after this phase. Yeah, so this is an easy card to break, Steven.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen the craziness that's been revolving around this card today when the 7th edition card from, I guess 7th edition, sorry, but Caltrops. Have you seen all this going on?
Oh yeah, Caltrops. I have that in one of my decks. It's whenever a creature attacks, it is pinged for 1 damage.
Yeah, so just a heads up, it has skyrocketed in price.
I don't
Like, it
doubt
is
that
insane.
because Steven is talking about Caltrops, obviously. If you swing with the Incredible Hulk, it gets pinged by Caltrops for 1 damage. It puts a counter on him, you'll have another combat step. Swing again, 1 damage, another counter, combat. And you see the loop. You have unlimited combats with the Incredible Hulk that just gets bigger, 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 bigger with trample. That is game over. You talk about you won't like me when I'm angry. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean that, and like even cards like Pyrorchemia, like there's tons of things you can do to just deal 1 damage and just continue this. Like someone's gonna die, and obviously this is in Teamer. You have access to the best kind of spells when it comes to pump effects or doubling counters. I just this is insane.
It really is.
Like I do love the flavor win. Bruce Banner, absolute garbage.
He's
What a terrible
he's doing
weak card.
research, okay? Bruce Banner's
Yeah.
big on research. You're drawing cards.
Nobody's paying that. All right. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, again, like, and I said this before for Spider-Man, and I'm going to say this again. This is just like Eddie Brock. Okay. No one is casting Eddie Brock. They are only casting Venom. And I will say it again for this. Nobody is casting Bruce Banner. They are just casting the Incredible Hulk.
Maybe. Or maybe I want to draw some cards early.
You pay 1.
Uh-huh.
This like so, but the unfortunate thing is like if this dies over the course, like if you're not ramping, unfortunately, so let's say it's turn 6, you flip it. But like if this dies beforehand, now the Incredible Hulk side costs more, and then you have to definitely play Bruce Banner, hope nobody kills it again, and then you can transform it. Like it just just play the Incredible Hulk, get all set up, and do your thing.
Well, I will say this. If you do play Bruce Banner and you do flip this as it's Bruce Banner, it doesn't leave. It's not exiled and returns transformed. It transforms immediately, which means it now can swing right away. Unfortunately, I felt like the flavor miss here obviously would be way too powerful. I feel like the Incredible Hulk is just like just smash, think about later, which is very haste. Like he's very hastily, right? Needed haste. Too powerful with haste. I get that.
No, if only you could put an anger in the graveyard because you're in red. And that to me
Angry.
is more flavor.
Yeah, look at that. You're not wrong. All right. Well, let's move on to the next card. We did get a spoiler for the pre-con that's coming out. That's right. They announced they are having 4 pre-cons for Marvel superheroes, which is a very nice sight because I feel like they've been lacking in the pre-con department recently, which is crazy. But they announced 4 pre-cons. They showed off all 4 potential commanders of 1 pre-con deck, and that was for the Fantastic Four. So you can either Helmut with this one. This is Mr. Fantastic. It's 2 and a blue for a 2/4 legendary creature human scientist hero. It's got vigilance and reach, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, you draw a card. And another ability where you can pay a red, a green, a white, and a blue, tap it, copy target triggered ability you control twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. That's right, Steven. If you were paying attention, that is 4 color pips. We are back in the realm of 4-color commanders. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. What do you mean it's okay?
It's okay. I don't know. Like
4 mana to copy target trigger ability twice? Count me in.
I don't know. Again, I really would like to see the new cards they throw into this and the precon. There's only really 2 cards from this precon in particular that I think I would run at the helm, but Mr. Fantastic, it's meh. Yeah.
Meh. I actually like this card a lot, Steven. This is one of those cards that you can honestly, you don't even need the other cards in it, but you run this as just like you're going to be chaining so many card draw from this. It's nuts. Blue card draw. I'm here for it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I like the fact that you copy it twice, and I'm glad you have to copy it twice because if you don't, you've just spent 4 mana. Like that is, and it's just one of each color, so it's very mana intensive. I don't know. Like normally when you're playing decks that have all these colors, you're basically doing it to have the colors, not to just have to pay 4 mana, one of each. It's a little aggressive. That's all. That's my only concern with it.
Well, how about this next one? This Fantastic Four deck can also be helmed by Invisible Woman. It's 2 and a white for a 3/3 legendary creature human hero. It says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, you create a 0/3 colorless wall creature token with Defender and Reach. And it says whenever you attack, you may pay red, green, white, blue. When you do, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control and can't be blocked this turn. Yeah, that's pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
Makes specifically, you can make this giant and unblockable. That's crazy.
You can, and obviously this is the one that you're probably going more of a token strat with.
Mm-hmm.
This just makes you the one, so that's nice. I don't know. Again, like I'm here for it, but like I'm not like super pumped.
I'm
Again, there's 2 other
surprised.
ones.
I think this
Yeah.
is pretty good, man. This is one of those things where it's just like super easy to make a board in a box. You make a whole bunch of things. This actually makes some walls for you. And then, hey, I'm going to swing at you and hit you in the face for commander damage. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
It's 3 mana. Comes down so early. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Steven, fine. Let's go to the next one. You've got the Human Torch. It's 3 and a red for a 3/2 legendary creature human hero. It says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, Human Torch gains flying, double strike, and haste until end of turn. And whenever Human Torch attacks, you may pay red, green, white, blue. If you do, until end of turn, whenever he deals combat damage to an opponent, he deals that much damage to each other opponent. Like this
You
one.
see now we're talking.
Are we?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think this one's kind of weak.
What this is a Ketis in your command zone, which obviously I mean Ketis would be a commander, but
Yeah, that's gonna be commander.
yeah. But my thing is like this is Ketis with 4 other, or I guess technically 3 other colors. This to me is fantastic because you're dealing at minimum, we'll say that you're a little ahead of curve, so you've cast a non-creature spell. You're now swinging for 6, so you've done 18 damage across the board, which is great. I love that. But you can then do a plethora of shenanigans when it comes to combat tricks and like doubling its power and just like all these cantrips that just you pay 1 red for just to do it. Like, oh, I'm so here for this one. It's not even funny. This one I love.
I That's interesting. I like the other 2 more than this one. I think this one might be my weakest. But I think you and I are both in agreement here, Steven. Let's move on to the final one that can be your commander for the Fantastic Four deck, and that is the Thing. It is 5 and a green for a 5/5 legendary creature human hero. It's got trample, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, you put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Thing. And whenever the Thing attacks, you may pay red, green, white, blue. When you do, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents you control. That's a winner to me. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's really good. I think the only reason why I hate it is because I know for a fact I'm going to play against this one day and somebody's going to go to combat and they're just going to look at me and go, "It's clobbering time." And I'm just going to be really sad.
Yeah, you're you're absolutely right. That would be so fun. But this, I love the fact that like if you cast this and you were able to cast one extra non-creature spell, like I know it doesn't have haste, but you're in the color combination where you could give this haste very easily. Just it's automatically a 9/9. You go to your next turn, and then in combat, you get another 4 counters, which now goes to 13. So that's 8 counters. You swing, you pay, you get an additional 8 counters on this, and you are hitting exactly for 21 damage. That is that's mean.
I mean, so I think the only reason I'm trying to think of how to say this. I don't know if I like this precon.
You
I
just
think it's cool. No, see, but here's the thing. I like the 2 cards. They're great. But my issue with this precon is it's kind of like telling you to and again, I really want to see the deck list for this precon. They are 4 completely different cards.
I don't know if they are. They all care about the beginning of combat, which I think is very cool, and specifically that phrasing on each card. Chain combats, and you get multiple things of that effect. Oh man, that's gonna be cool.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I understand, but like most of the time, you're building your deck around your commander doing the one thing and maybe like one other subcategory. These 4 cards have different effects and care about doing something differently, and that's where I think I'm finding it a little bit hard to like this. A flavor win, like great, cool. I love the fact that there's 4 of them, and like you get to have the Fantastic Four as your commanders, but like it's just they're all so different. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I do feel like whether you're building any one of them, I feel like extra combat steps is probably the way to go. Uh, Specifically because it says at the beginning of combat, so no matter how many combats you take at the beginning of that next combat, you still get that trigger. Which, if you're looking at the thing, for example, you're gonna be putting so many counters on this thing, on this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and but again, like that's why I'm trying to get to my point, right? Like it's like
I understand.
I'm I'm assuming this deck is built with a ton of non creatures.
Yeah,
Like it has to be because this every single card said whenever you go to combat, if you cast a non-creature spell. So I'm assuming that's the bulk of it. It's probably a little bit lower on creatures because they really depend on the commanders. But I just again, they're all just it's so interesting to see how different they are and like the lanes they want you to take as that commander that I don't know if I would put I mean maybe like 2 of them together. I kind of wish it was more like a partner kind of thing, but you know, it's still pretty fun.
well, I guess we'll see when they announce the deck lists as well as the other decks when we get there in 2026 after Lorwyn, after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when we get
Oh, dude, that's
spoiler
wild to
season.
think about.
Yeah, we will
It's crazy to
see.
think we're not going to see anything for that long.
It is a long time. I figured they would show us like one of those I don't know, Infinity Stones that we got from Spider-Man. They said they were going to put them in other Marvel sets, and we didn't get that today. So maybe we'll get it some other time. But Steven, that is it. That is all of the spoilers we're talking about today. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff out of Marvel. Didn't talk about all the kind of reprints because we don't really talk about reprints here. But yeah, comment down below. What was your guys' favorite card that we talked about today? We do this thing every time we do these spoiler videos, Steven. We wrap things up and talk about our favorite cards. Did you have a favorite card that we talked about, Steven?
I would have to say my favorite card is World War Hulk. 5 mana to get my Ureni card out after it's died 7 times is great.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna go with Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. I like once again we're both on the Hulk train there, but the Incredible Hulk is so easy to break. Yeah, I can see the power level there. But once again, comment down below. What did you guys think of all these spoilers? Are you excited for Marvel superheroes? Are you not excited at all? Are you sick of Marvel? Comment down below. Interested to hear your guys' opinion. While you're down there, hit that like button once again and subscribe to the channel because, like I said in the beginning, like 80% of you aren't subscribed. So why? Kind of weird. So help us out. Subscribe. And in the description, you'll find links to all of our social media accounts. Follow us on those as well to keep up to date with everything else that we're doing. And merch, if you wanted some merch, check the link in the description as well. Guys at magic.com. Pick yourself up something nice. And on the screen right now, those are all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your added support. It really does mean the world to us. If you guys wanted to check out what they're seeing, which is not here on YouTube, including early access content, exclusive content, and some other cool stuff, check the link in the description and consider subscribing. But a very special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tier, starting with
Carol Tripp,
Demarion Turner,
Dr. Rome,
Dolo XMJ,
Ghost McGrady,
Jimmy Ward,
Jay Pizzle,
Kelvor,
Kevo,
Samuel Abbott,
and Thrifty PSGR.
You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Way better than Spider-Man so far.